Now in Good Morning Northwest, time is ticking and the pressure is intensifying as the midterm elections are just 2 weeks away. We look at what the latest polls are showing this morning.
It's dry right now here in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Rain is moving in. We're going to see some mountain snow. How much and for how long? That's coming up.
And it was the first debate for the women vying for a Senate seat. What happened when Patty Murray and Tiffany Smiley went head-to-head? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, October the 24th. Mark Peterson is here with that first alert forecast. And all right, about an hour until this rain is inbound for us here in Spokane.
It's about the time on it. We're going to have, again, we're seeing temperatures warm up a degree at a time, of course, but 39 degrees right now. Here are the 4 things you need to know. The wet weather that's coming our way, yeah, it's going to be this morning. It's going to be rainy starting in about 7 o'clock. If you're going to be traveling into Montana or over into Seattle, you could very well see some winter-like weather. Chilly temperatures, of course, and more wet weather coming in midweek. We'll cover that. The radar still very active over the Cascades into areas of I-90 and then south towards the Tri-Cities, say 395 if you're heading that way. Wet roadways, we're seeing it build in, and it will be here soon. 47 will be the high, 44 into Coeur d'Alene. Here's the hourly breakout. We're going to have those scattered showers, temperatures in the upper 30s all the way through 11 o'clock. Low 40s with scattered showers starting at noon. And for dinner time, should be cloudy to partly cloudy, and that high today of 47 degrees.
Breaking news from the Now desk this morning, the final push is on to the November midterms. Both parties are finalizing their pitches to the American people. Control of the U.S. Congress is up for grabs in these elections, including 35 Senate races that will decide who calls the shots in the upper chamber. We are 2 weeks out from these midterms, and we are really down to the wire here. Our ABC News partners at 538 show Republicans with an 80% chance of retaking the House. The Republican leads have been numerically solidified somewhat since August, but in the Senate, it's a nail-biter. Democrats have just a 55% chance of holding on to the majority there as that final sprint to November 8th begins. The polling shows that Republicans hold the advantage over Democrats on key issues like the state of the economy and inflation. However, Democrats are seeing support from voters on their handling of issues like COVID, gun control, and climate change. The party remains hopeful they'll hold control of the House, even as some polls show an uphill battle.
The other side is working on their own power. So they've got a ploy to win back power. We've got a plan to fix your problems. Yes, when voters have spoken, we've done well.
In the Senate, Republicans only need 1 seat to gain a majority, and several key races are tight like Georgia, Ohio, and Nevada. There, along with the economy, issues like immigration and abortion access are also taking center stage. And Americans are already making their voices heard. According to the University of Florida, more than 7.5 million votes have already been cast, either in early voting or by mail. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, the race getting the most attention here in Washington is the race for U.S. Senate. And those candidates faced off in a debate last night at Gonzaga.
Washington Senator Patty Murray and Republican challenger Tiffany Smiley presented their views on key issues to voters in the first televised debate. Sunday's debate was a contentious face-off in eastern Washington. Democratic Senator Patty Murray, who has held that seat since 1992, is sparring with Republican challenger Tiffany Smiley. Early in the debate, the two exchanged views over defining issues from immigration to the economy to abortion.
We have got to secure our border. We've got to stop the flow of fentanyl that is coming across and killing our kids. Every state is a border state.
We have to fix our immigration system. I have voted for and worked for changing our immigration system to make sure that we allow a path to citizenship.
The two candidates are gearing up for a town hall next Sunday. That is in Seattle. You can watch a full version of yesterday's debate on KXLY.com.
And when it comes to abortion, Murray and Smiley are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Smiley is pro-life.
Supreme Court's decision gave the power to the people, and that's where I believe it belongs. I respect the will of the voters here in Washington state. So what I will do is ensure that women have access to health care, that they have access and affordable access to contraception and child care. Unlike Senator Murray, who's been there for the last 30 years, I'll go get that done for women.
Meanwhile, Senator Murray says this is not a decision politicians should be involved in.
I believe that every woman should be able to make her own health care choices about her own family, working with her doctor, her faith, and her own needs. This should not be decided by politicians. If you elect me, I will pass my legislation to codify Roe into law and put precedent back in place in this country and protect women's right to choose.
In another debate, Secretary of State candidates Steve Hobbs and Julie Anderson faced off. Hobbs is a Democrat who was appointed to fill a vacancy. He has not been elected to this seat. Opponent Julie Anderson is the Pierce County Auditor. She is running nonpartisan. Hobbs and Anderson answered questions about election security and how they would work with people across the aisle.
You've got to start without partisan rhetoric. You've got to approach people with respect. You've got to make a distinction between who are deniers and simply doubters.
Continue to let people know how the elections process are actually done here in the state of Washington. And I'll continue to reach out to those across the aisle, like I have done, like with Representative Matt Behnke, who has got experience in cybersecurity, working with folks like him to gain trust in the system.
Tackling misinformation was a hot-button topic in that debate.
To find everything you need to know about this election, from registering to vote to learning more about your candidates, head to KXLY.com/forthepeople for a complete voter's guide. And today, the community is coming together, organizing a blood drive for sickle cell anemia.
And we are back at the newly renovated Carl Maxey Center, where Destiny Richards is live, letting us know why today's event is so important.
Yeah, this is the first of its kind blood drive happening here in the Spokane community today from noon to 6 p.m. And it's really important because this is a much needed health resource for the Black community. It's happening at the Carl Maxey Center because this is something that Sandy Williams had as a dream for the Carl Maxey Center. So this is just one of many parts of that dream coming true, and it's going to be helping patients around the country and here in the Spokane community. We'll talk a little bit more about how you can help out in getting the word out about this blood drive happening and why it's so important happening here today, and hopefully there's more events like it in Spokane. That's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
All right, we'll see in a little bit. Destiny, our time is now 7 minutes after 6.
All right, we'll see some rain in a little bit as well. Let's turn it over to Mark Peterson for a look at what's ahead of us today.
Sort of a trifecta. Cooler temperatures, rainy conditions this morning, and the winds gusting to 17 into the valley. We've got winds to 14 here in Spokane, and that's just the beginning of it. We're going to have a full look at that forecast coming up.
Well, it is no surprise that our kids fell behind in school during the pandemic, and this morning we are seeing just how much.
And a man released from jail to see his newborn in a Dallas hospital attacks the child's mother and shoots and kills 2 people. The details coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Good morning.
Rise and shine.
Watch daytime's #1 duo weekdays at 9 a.m.
There's a clear choice for Senate. While Tiffany Smiley stood with Mitch McConnell and the big drug companies to oppose lowering the cost of prescription drugs, Patty Murray is busy working for us.
I worked with Democrats and Republicans to ban surprise medical bills, and I led the fight to pass legislation to lower the cost of prescription drugs, including capping insulin at $35 a month. I'm Patty Murray. I approve this message to focus on what really matters, you.
I'm Mark Peterson. This summer, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
In our 43 years of business, Kerner Furniture has worked hard to earn the trust of our customers.
We've done this by providing a great selection of quality living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture at a fair price.
Our staff is trained to help you find the right piece for your home and to walk you through the customization process.
From purchase to delivery, we strive to make your furniture buying process easy.
We know there are a lot of options when it comes to buying furniture.
So try the rest, but start with the best.
Kerner Furniture's 43rd anniversary sale is going on now.
Nice store, low prices.
Say hello to Lena Dunham. You're now in London, right?
The challenge I find is snacks. I'm from New York, where I was able to order a burger on 2 patties of ramen.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Joni here at Post Falls Volkswagen with this bold and beautiful 2022 Taos. But there's more than just good looks behind this compact SUV. This is the perfect choice because it's also practical and efficient, with driver assist and all the latest enhanced safety features. Plus, the Taos is packed with the useful high-tech features you use every day. If you're thinking of a compact SUV, think Taos at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Fred's Appliance has GE Profile appliances on sale with smart leading-edge features that make life a little easier.
Smart features and sophisticated designs to simplify your life.
Profile dishwashers are quiet, powerful, and offer flexible loading options.
Fred's has more kitchen packages than you'll find anywhere. Save on GE appliances with up to $2,000 in rebates at your local Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has appliances in stock and on sale. Stop in and see us today.
Welcome back. We are following some breaking news this morning. Rishi Sunak will be Great Britain's next prime minister, according to a report just released by the Associated Press.
Sunak emerged victorious today in a lightning-fast contest by the ruling Conservatives to select a new party leader. According to the BBC, Sunak has the public backing of 193 Conservative lawmakers, more than half of Parliament.
Dallas police say a man who shot and killed 2 people near a maternity ward was out on parole and wearing an ankle monitor. 30-year-old Nestor Hernandez was allowed to be at the hospital with his girlfriend, who'd just given birth the day before. According to a warrant, Hernandez accused his girlfriend of cheating and hit her multiple times with a gun. He then contacted his family, saying whoever comes into this room is going to die with us. He then shot and killed 2 employees before a hospital police officer shot him in the leg. Hernandez will be charged with capital murder.
Also new this morning, alarming new numbers from the Nation's report card show 4th and 8th grade students are falling behind in reading and have had the largest ever decline in math aptitude. It's based on the National Assessment of Educational Progress reading and math exams. The report shows the pandemic affected all students but had a disproportionate impact on the most vulnerable, who fared the worst.
And the Education Secretary says student debt relief can move full speed ahead despite President Biden's program being put on hold. A federal appeals court temporarily barred the administration from canceling loans last week while they consider a challenge to the policy. The administration must submit its official response today, to be followed by a Republican response tomorrow.
Good morning. In our 10-second takeaway, it is all about the fact that we are going to see rain gear needed today, starting this morning as you're heading out for work and school. Put on some layers. Going to be a cool, breezy afternoon. Our high today, 47 degrees.
Well, the first snow of the season has fallen on your favorite local mountains. This is video from Mount Spokane yesterday, where that first layer of snow will be ready for skiers and snowboarders in no time, we're sure. And if you're looking to upgrade some of your gear before the winter season, you can check out the Mount Spokane Ski Patrol Ski Swap. It's happening this weekend. The Ski Swap will include more than 22,000 new and used items, including skis, snowboards, clothing, and all that gear. It'll be held at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. For more information on the Ski Swap, just look for this story on KXLY.com. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
Coming up a little bit later in the newscast, former President Donald Trump's real estate company about to go on trial. Why and who's the key witness?
And we're live at the Carl Maxey Center this morning talking about a sickle cell blood drive happening today. We'll tell you what sickle cell disease is, the community it affects the most, and how you can help today.
Working in the trades and making a living wage isn't talked about enough. That's why members of Associated Builders and Contractors and the East Valley School District are hosting Trades Night at East Valley High School on Wednesday, November 2nd. Parents and students from all school districts are invited to attend. From electricians to welders to general contractors and subcontractors, all will be there to share firsthand experience and employment opportunities. For more information, visit the ABC website and check out our Trades Night sponsors for November 2nd.
Vote with confidence this November. In Washington, our layered cybersecurity systems, trained officials, and election audits make sure every vote is counted accurately. After you've received your ballot packet in the mail, fill it out and send it back in your signed return envelope. You can also put it in an official Dropbox or submit it in person. Visit votewa.gov to register, find voting locations, and check your ballot status.
You want to stand back there?
No, I like being covered in food.
Grab lunch or brunch with Christopher Kimball, and this pasta supper packs a porky punch. Next, Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
Chewelah Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is this Saturday, October 29th.
This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chihuahua Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
She was looking so fine.
Where's the butler?
It's John Butler. Hate being judged by your name? So do we. At Consign Furniture and Jewelry, we're not what you think. Our inventory is the best in the Northwest. Like this, and this, and this. Check out the most unique shopping experience in the universe.
This time of year, conditions can change drastically in minutes. For weather that extreme, you need the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. Online, on the air, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
In America, we have a pressure from every quarter trying to destroy the opportunity for people to be able to build their own futures. We see an economy that has gone from the strongest economy that we have seen to one in which we have raging inflation. Our borders must be protected. We are seeing unprecedented entry, 2 million illegal entries, with the drugs and the violence that comes with it. I'm going to fight to make sure that we stop those problems. I'm Mike Crapo, and I approve this message.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:16. Sickle cell disease is the most common genetic blood disease in the U.S., and the American Red Cross is looking for donors to help sickle cell patients in our own community.
Spokane's first ever sickle cell blood drive is today at the Carl Maxey Center. Destiny Richards is live there with details on this disease and today's blood drive.
So still a couple of spots left if you or someone you know could donate to this sickle cell blood drive. And we're here with Jaleesa Winkler with the Carl Maxey Center. For those just joining us, tell us about just the idea for this blood drive coming about.
Oh, sure. So we just wanted to make sure that we had this blood drive in a place that the Black community felt comfortable. And so that's why we're doing it here at the Carl Maxey Center, just to make sure that we're bringing health care to people in a place that they feel good about coming and wanting to take part in it.
Yeah, and why is this so important that it's happening? This is a genetic disease that's very common, affects mostly people in the Black community as well.
Yeah, so we're doing this drive specifically to make sure that we get more Black blood donors in this area, because this is a disease that affects mostly Black and people of African descent. We want to make sure that we have blood that is just the most compatible and able to help the most people with blood transfusions.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And still time for people to sign up. And I know you yourself said that you might not have sickle cell disease, but you could have traces of it, or you could have that in your DNA genetically that could help other people.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to donate today. I'm not sure if I'm able to, but if you're not sure, just come down and do the questionnaire and find out, and hopefully you can donate and help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why there's a call for Black donors, African American donors, people of African descent. So if you can donate, or again, if you know someone, or if you don't know someone who can donate, just share it online. We have this story on our website, KXLY.com, right now with information on how to register. And coming up later, we have someone here this morning who is a sickle cell patient dealing with their entire lives because, again, this is a disease that is genetic, and that is all coming up later on Good Morning Northwest. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
And you heard Destiny say it. They're looking for a few more donors.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about it this morning. And we are turning it over to Mark, where we are learning about rain coming in and snow.
Wet weather, snow into the mountains. into the But yeah, it's going to be happening if you're going to be traveling. Let's take a look at the radar. Starting to get more active north on 395 and Highway 2. You are picking up, again, that hint of some light rain that's going to be coming in. And we're going to see this pick up, and we're going to have more sustained rain a little later on as it fills into what has been a relatively dry area around us. So that's what we're going to be seeing. The snow level about Snoqualmie Pass. Lookout Pass is in it, Sherman Pass is in it, so we're going to see snow along those areas as you're traveling. The green light is on for Snoqualmie, going to be a rain-snow mix potentially. Stevens Pass, 6 to 8 inches potentially yet throughout the day, 4 to 6 into Lookout. Certainly the higher elevations, 4th of July. Again, a yellow light's on. We're expecting to see a little bit of rain-snow mix. 47 degrees for our high today in Spokane, and we're going to see that also into Coeur d'Alene, 36 for the overnight low, and less wind tonight, but drier. Currently, it's 41 in Post Falls, 41 into Meade, 42 downtown. Into the valley, you're into the mid-40s, but again, winds gusting to 17 miles an hour. You've got to be ready for this if you're heading out waiting for a bus or heading to school. So we do see the rain starting to come in also onto the north side of 395. That is going to be the trend today with more sustained rain through the noon hour. Then we're going to taper off. Some gusty winds between 1 and 3, gusting to 25 miles an hour, clearing out overnight, and just mountain showers along the Idaho-Montana border. We're going to have highs into the mid to upper 40s in our region. It's going to be mid to upper 50s into the Central Basin. So our planning forecast, we're planning on the rain this morning, showers this afternoon, drying out as we get through into Wednesday. More rain showers there. Thursday, Friday look to be dry and warmer with low to mid 50s expected. All right, it is a Monday. You know what that means? It's time for our pet of the week.
If you cannot find a small canine to fill your heart with love, how about a baby feline? These active, adorable kittens are looking for a home to call their own. If you adopt now before November 12, you'll receive 50% off your adoption fee. Adoption fees include a spay or neuter, initial vaccinations, rabies vaccine, deworming, flea treatment, and a microchip. Just visit our website at kootenaihumane.org and submit your pre-adoption questionnaire. Looking for something a little older? Don't forget about all the senior cats who could use a special forever home too. With so many to choose from, you're sure to find one that's a perfect fit for your family.
Seniors need love too.
They do, absolutely. It's now 6:22. Spokane's Brett Rippon got the start yesterday for the Broncos. We'll tell you how he fared against the Jets.
And Geno Smith throws a pair of touchdowns to Marquise Goodwin in the Seahawks road win over the Chargers, while the wide receiver says he loves his quarterback. Next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Right now, before rates go up, get what you really want. The coolest cars, the most powerful trucks, and the hottest SUVs. Get the max for your money during the Time to Buy event. 0 down, 0 payments till next year. 0 cost, max lifetime warranty, 1.9% interest. And get this, $4,000 over KBB for your trade. Plus, get a $250 gas card with purchase. Right now, the Time to Buy event. Hurry in, 7 days only. It all ends Tuesday night. Only at Max Auto Sports.
For over 60 years, McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows has been supplying the entire region with the very best energy-efficient windows made by the Coeur d'Alene Window Company. As people continue to improve and upgrade their older homes, McVeigh Brothers would love to help by offering our most advanced R4 window package at last year's rates to give you the most energy-efficient windows sold today before the prices go up. We understand people are spending more time in their homes, so we want to do our part in making it as comfortable as possible.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
A 2-year-old overdosed on fentanyl she found in the park where she played. It's not just our cities. It's killing kids from Bellingham to Pullman because Patty Murray kept our borders open and defunded our police. Now, record rapes, carjacking, murders, and overdoses plague our communities, and victims have nowhere to turn. Who's to blame? Patty Murray. 30 years, and we are less safe.
Come celebrate Ironstone Furniture and Fire's 20-year anniversary. Customize your home now and save 20% off of all in-stock furniture and accessories during the sale. Ironstone Furniture and Fire offers sophisticated style, superior comfort, and endless possibilities. So, if you're looking for casual elegance at its best, don't miss Ironstone Furniture and Fire's 20-year anniversary sale.
It all starts Tuesday, where you can shop, save, and win only at Bi-Mart. Our latest member-exclusive savings book is on its way to members' mailboxes now, with the savings starting Tuesday. Save store-wide with 16 pages packed full of our best savings. Plus, don't forget to see if you're a winner on Lucky Number Tuesday. The savings start Tuesday with our latest savings book and Lucky Number Tuesday. Only at Bi-Mart, where your membership matters.
With 10 weeks left in the NFL regular season, it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility that the Seattle Seahawks can actually win the NFC West, especially when you look at how the other three teams are performing right now. And on Sunday, the Seahawks picked up their fourth win in a 37-23 performance over the Los Angeles Chargers. The offense looking impressive, once again going over 400 yards. And quarterback Geno Smith continues to impress as he throws a couple of touchdowns, both to Marquise Goodwin. The ninth-year receiver says their chemistry is starting to get better the last couple of weeks as he's had more reps coming back from injury.
I've always thought the world of Geno. I played against him in college. We the same year, got drafted the same year. It's both our 10th year. He been a baller. I don't know what the media be talking about. He liked that, so in my eyes, always have been. So I'm glad that I get to catch passes from him.
And former Shadle Park High School standout Brett Rippon got his second start in the league on Sunday for the Broncos after Russell Wilson was ruled out with a hamstring injury. He goes 24 for 46 with 225 yards and an interception in the team's loss to the Jets, as this has been a season to forget so far for Denver as they drop their fifth game and have an offense that's only averaging 15 points per game, which is last in the NFL.
Glad Brett Rippon had a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Also glad the Broncos lost, because that just helps that Seahawks pick in that Russell Wilson trade. All right. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:26.
We're going to take a break. As we do, here's a look at what's coming up this morning on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, just 1 week before the holiday, Halloween candy sticker shock.
If you see the prices, some brands have gone up 50%, believe it or not. So you see candy packages, $15.99. I saw one earlier today that was $24.99 for a big bag of candy. That's crazy.
Pricing data from Clover, a commerce data platform, also showed an increase in favorite Halloween treats. Those king-size Reese's peanut butter cups up 14%. A Hershey's milk chocolate bar, 15%. And king-size Skittles candies up 10%. And as those prices soar, the packaging for some of your favorite treats is shrinking. But fear not, coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert tips for keeping those trick-or-treaters happy without breaking the bank. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save your greed! At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doug, late for a meeting.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
we need to reduce the cost of gas,
groceries,
and housing.
The government needs to stop spending
And lower taxes.
Crime and homelessness is getting worse.
And I feel less safe.
I believe in parental rights and I'm against medical mandates.
Under this new Democratic Party,
We have seen disastrous policies
That are affecting all of us.
This year, we have a choice to make.
If you're like me and need change,
Join me.
Join me.
Please join me
Join us.
and vote Republican.
Do you have wood floors that need some love? Mr. Sandless has options. One-day Sandless refinishing can bring life back to your floors. Mr. Sandless also offers full sanding with dust containment, keeping your home clean throughout the process, offering repairs, matching existing wood flooring, custom stain and color options, and full new installs. If you have tired or worn wood floors, Mr. Sandless has options for most projects and budgets. Call today or go to MrSandless.com to submit a free online quote.
From 4 News Now.
All right, we're taking a look at some of the top stories online here in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
Jury selection set to begin today in the trial of former President Donald Trump's real estate company. The Trump Organization is charged with an alleged tax fraud scheme that involved paying executives off the books. Trump's longtime CFO, Alan Weisselberg, is expected to be the star witness. He pleaded guilty to 15 related felony counts in August in return for a lighter sentence.
Teenagers across the U.S. love their Chick-fil-A. A recent Piper Sandler survey ranked Chick-fil-A as Gen Z's top restaurant, with 15% of respondents listing it as their favorite choice. Starbucks and Chipotle were second and third. Chick-fil-A hasn't won over everybody, though. The chain's support for anti-LGBTQ organizations and its opposition to same-sex marriage has been at the center of political debates and calls for boycotts.
Powerball's jackpot is now up to $610 million. It's the 8th largest jackpot in Powerball's 30-year history. That jackpot crossed the $600 million mark after no ticket matched all 6 numbers drawn Saturday night. The $610 million lump sum prize has a cash value of about $292 million. The next drawing is tonight. Good luck.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is a Monday, October 24th. Mark is tracking some rain coming in your first alert forecast.
Yeah, our first alert weather is going to be busy this morning. Not right now. We do have some gusty winds, 39 into Coeur d'Alene, 41 to Coeur d'Alene, 39 into Spokane. This is what our streets will look like later on today, as we'll have a rainy morning and the 4 things you need to know. If you're traveling over the passes, you could have some issues with winter-like driving. Chilly temperatures, there's no doubt about that, and more wet weather coming in for midweek. So we look at our live satellite and radar, and you can see we do have the rain that's starting to come in, filling in a dry environment. It's going to take a while to load, and then we're going to get those rain showers. Certainly, we already have rain snow mixed over Snoqualmie Pass. So your morning drive, it's going to be rain showers coming in about 7 o'clock this morning. We're already seeing some light showers onto 395 and Highway 2 heading north. 37 at 7, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock should be in the upper 30s as well. Our high today is going to be 47 degrees.
And news from the Breaking Now desk this morning, Rishi Sunak will be Britain's next prime minister after winning the Tory leadership race. That's according to a report just released by the Associated Press. According to the BBC, Sunak has the public backing of 193 Conservative lawmakers, more than half of Parliament. And the former Chancellor has also received a flurry of public endorsements from high-profile Conservative Party lawmakers. He announced his official decision to run last night with this tweet. In X, Sunak says he wants to fix the economy and unite the party. He also said that the decision will decide whether the next generation of British people will have more opportunities than the last. Sunak will be the first Hindu and the first person of color to become Britain's prime minister. At the age of 42, he is also the youngest person to take office in more than 200 years. Reporting in the studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
And we're following more breaking news out of Myanmar, where airstrikes by the country's military have killed more than 60 people, including singers and musicians attending an anniversary celebration of the Kachin ethnic minority's main political organization. That's according to members of the group and a rescue worker. The attacks come just 3 days before Southeast Asian foreign ministers are scheduled to hold a special meeting in Indonesia to discuss the growing violence in Myanmar.
Here at home, we are hoping to learn more today about a body found near the Spokane River at South A Street and West Riverside Avenue. The Spokane Police Department received a call around 4:20 yesterday afternoon. The caller helped SPD locate the body.
We did find a deceased individual down there. There are suspicious circumstances enough that Major Crimes is here. We're going to be on scene all night long until light comes up again to help us finish processing this scene.
SPD says there is no ongoing threat to the community. As we learn more, we'll keep you up to date.
A plant fire broke out at the Wilbur Ellis fertilizer plant about 3 miles southeast of Moses Lake. That building soon collapsed, but no one was injured in the fire. The Grand County Sheriff's Office said the fire would likely continue to smolder through this morning, so a shelter-in-place order, remains in place for anyone living within a mile northeast of that plant.
And new this morning, the teenager accused of gunning down 4 students and injuring several others at his Michigan high school is expected to plead guilty to all 24 charges against him today. The charges against Ethan Crumley include terrorism and murder. Crumley was 15 when he used his father's semi-automatic handgun to carry out the attack. The teen's parents, Jennifer and James Crumley, were charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter after allegedly making the gun accessible and failing to recognize warning signs about their son before the shooting. They have pleaded not guilty.
Also new this morning, North and South Korea exchanged warning shots near the country's border at sea today, each accusing the other of breaching maritime borders amid heightened military tension. The latest exchange of fire came amid simmering tensions, with the North carrying out weapons tests at an unprecedented pace this year.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee and several state lawmakers announced policies aimed at protecting reproductive health in the 2023 legislative session. In the years leading up to the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, Inslee says Washington Republicans have introduced 40 bills to eliminate or reduce reproductive choice. On Friday, he vowed to amend the state constitution and guarantee a woman's right to choose here forever.
Washington State is a pro-choice state, and we intend to make it a constitutional amendment so that Washington State will always be a pro-choice state.
Policy is also being introduced to make Washington a sanctuary state for abortions. That would provide patients and providers with protections if anyone tries to sue or jail them. Another bill would close a legal loophole that allows organizations to collect, share, and sell private health information. The constitutional amendment would require a 2/3 majority in the legislature. While Democrats hold a strong majority, they currently do not have 2/3. Anti-abortion advocates believe the numbers are on their side.
We have a huge pro-life following in different parts of the state. King County, totally different story.
The abortion debate energizes both sides just more than 2 weeks from Election Day.
Washington lawmakers and the state's attorney general are teaming up to prevent crisis pregnancy centers and period tracking apps from giving away your information. Lawmakers say period tracking apps can sell sensitive information about a woman's late period or miscarriage to data brokers. If approved, the Empowered Act will block apps and websites from collecting that data. It would also prevent them from tracking those who visit crisis centers and targeting them with pro-life messaging and political ads. To find everything you need to know this election season, from registering to vote to learning more about your candidates, just check out KXLY.com/forthepeople. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is coming up on 6:38 now.
Mark is back, and you have your eye on some winter weather.
Winter weather into the higher elevations of the northern Rockies. Lookout Pass, a part of that, could be up to 4 to 6 inches of snow in that area. And so if you're going to be traveling today, the higher elevations, certainly some winter driving potential. We're going to talk about the rain moving into the lower elevations. That's coming up.
And we're live at the Karl Maxey Center talking about a sickle cell blood drive happening today. It's going to help lots of people in our Black community, and they're asking people to be donors. We're talking all about that and talking to a sickle cell patient. That's coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
In America, we have a pressure from every quarter trying to destroy the opportunity for people to be able to build their own futures. We see an economy that has gone from the strongest economy that we have seen to one in which we have raging inflation. Our borders must be protected. We are seeing unprecedented entry, 2 million illegal entries, with the drugs and the violence that comes with it. I'm going to fight to make sure that we stop those problems. I'm Mike Crapo, and I approve this message.
My name is Angela, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. Things weren't feeling right for quite a while, and then things really went downhill. I had kidney cancer, and it had progressed where it metastasized to my lungs.
So Angela came to Summit Cancer Center for treatment because she could stay at home, and she had the best treatment that was being offered in the big cities.
Dr. Chandre said to me, "You're so lucky because we have a treatment for you."
I had recommended participation in a clinical trial that we had at Summit.
My body seemed to be extremely receptive to this type of clinical studies.
She participated in the trial, did extremely well, and got into remission. All of her cancer is gone.
And so I'm a success. It's awesome.
Contact us today to learn more about the state-of-the-art immune therapy clinical trials available here in the Inland Northwest.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU. It is now 6:41. A woman is in the hospital recovering from a bear attack Saturday morning just outside of Leavenworth.
Yeah, the Department of Fish and Wildlife says that woman in her 60s was taking her dog out when an adult female bear charged her. The Chelan County Sheriff warned the public to stay away from certain areas in Leavenworth while Fish and Wildlife located, captured, and removed the female bear. Officers used a Karelian bear dog to find and kill the adult black bear near where the attack happened. 2 bear cubs about 9 months old were captured and taken to a wildlife rehabilitation facility. That woman's injuries are non-life threatening.
In our 10-second takeaway on this Monday morning, welcome to a Monday. Boy, grab the rain gear. You're going to need it heading out after 7 o'clock. You're going to need layers as well. Windy conditions, cool weather. High today, 47 degrees.
Mark, thanks so much. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Researchers, with the help of volunteers and local fishermen, are busy monitoring green sea turtles at a beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
It's a feeding site where turtles from as far away as Africa and Hawaii come with their younglings. The turtles are captured for a week to monitor their growth and overall health. Locals then gather to watch them return to the ocean.
The Indian city of Ayodhya retained its Guinness World Record by lighting more than 1.5 million oil lamps and keeping them burning for 45 minutes as part of the celebration of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, which symbolizes the triumph of good over evil and the Hindu god Rama's return home.
Taylor Swift continued to break records. The singer released her 10th studio album, Midnights, on Friday, and the collection became the most streamed album in a single day on Spotify. Swift also became the most streamed artist in one day in the streaming platform's history. Well, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:43.
We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. Much more coming up right after this.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Chewelah Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is this Saturday, October 29th. This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chewelah Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
The more I learn about Tiffany Smiley, the more worried I get.
Tiffany Smiley has said that it would be awesome to have Donald Trump support. Donald Trump is far from awesome.
She questioned the integrity of the 2020 election.
Come on. Smiley promised Mitch McConnell that she would flip control of the Senate to him.
They could rig the courts with more extreme judges. She could give Mitch McConnell the power to pass a nationwide abortion ban.
That's horrible.
The more you learn about Tiffany Smiley, the worse it gets.
Women voters responsible for the content of this advertising.
Chevy Silverado.
It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get $1,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
When the weather outside is frightful, your home or office can be delightful. American craftsmanship is getting harder to find and even harder to experience, but not with Vermont Casting. Stoves and inserts are hand-built with you in mind. No detail is too small. The result? Timeless furniture, quality beauty that delivers efficient heat to your home. Vermont Castings, handcrafted to set your living space apart in style and in comfort. Visit our showroom for gas, wood, and pellet stoves. Andy's Heating and Cooling, since '72, thanks to you.
This is another one of those surprise medical bills you get in the mail. I've gotten them. You've gotten them. I'm Kathy McMorris Rogers. With inflation crushing our families, we need to put a stop to these. I support requiring hospitals, insurers, and doctors to disclose their prices so you can know the real cost and can shop around for the best care. I approve this message because no one likes surprises, especially this kind.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Welcome back. A sickle cell blood drive is happening at the Carl Maxey Center today at noon, and some donors are still needed.
Sickle cell disease is a genetic disease that affects mostly black people or people of African descent. Destiny Richards is live at the Carl Maxey Center with how donors of a similar race or ethnicity can help when it comes to sickle cell blood donations.
Yeah, it's really important for people who have rare blood types or blood diseases to get blood that matches most closely to help them when they have blood transfusions. And we're here with an actual sickle cell patient, Lisa Gardner. Tell us just a little bit about how sickle cell disease has affected you in your life.
Oh, how it's affected me. It's a rather elusive disease, and so it's not something that I battle with every day, but there are certain triggers like a change in weather or my diet, a lot of travel. So a lot of different things can be triggers of it, and from a small child, I didn't really understand what those triggers were, so it would always kind of come up, and as I got older, I realized, okay, maybe it was something that I was eating, maybe it was the activity, maybe it was overexertion, or maybe it was change in weather. And now I'm able to be a better steward of that. But over the years, the older I get, the more I'm able to determine what those triggers are.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, and you said you don't get the transfusions all the time, but every couple of years, just based on how your labs look. So this is really an event that's going to help people who maybe have it a little bit worse.
Yes, there are sickle cell patients who suffer, who may have to have transfusions weekly, and so that's why it's important to have a good supply of blood for them available. And it is more important to have African American blood type because that helps sickle cell patients just from a DNA perspective as well. And I'm not too sure, I'm not a scientist of why that matters, but blood is blood, so it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Latino. We need that blood source, so anyone can come down and donate.
All right, absolutely. Thanks for speaking with us this morning. You can go to our website, kxly.com, to register for more information about this blood drive. Again, if you are not black or of African descent, share, and get the word out about this blood drive. I'll send it back to you guys.
You can also check out that beautiful new library that was behind them there at the Carl Maxey Center.
The Extreme Team Project.
So cool to just see them using that space. It's wonderful. Sandy would have loved both that and what's happening today.
Absolutely.
All right, with the blood drive. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Doppler radar. We continue to see it filling in. It's a slow process. Once it does, we'll have more sustained rain, so be prepared for that. And again, if you're going to be traveling, the snow levels going to be at about Snoqualmie Pass. We're going to see that also in Lookout Pass, Stevens Pass. Your favorite ski area should see a touch of that. We're going to see snow into the higher elevations. Right now, Snoqualmie reporting wet conditions, not snow. Stevens Pass is going to get 6 to 8 potential, and then into Lookout 4 to 6, while 4th of July could see up to an inch of snow, and then it'll take off. So 47 degrees for the high today with the morning rain. Overnight lows of 36. Should be a dry night tonight and a dry Tuesday. We're sitting into the mid-40s. Liberty Lake, Spokane Valley officially sitting at 39 degrees, so it is warmer out there. Deer Park, you're here at 40. We look at the radar, and yeah, it is starting to come in and starting to fill into those gaps. We do see that light snow into Sandpoint over to Libby, and that's going to be along the Idaho-Montana border, along I-90 if you're going to be traveling. Yeah, just caution advised. For the wet roads during the hours of kids walking to and from school or waiting for a school bus, please use caution there. Stopping distances are expended. 47 our high today, 44 into Coeur d'Alene. Here's how it goes in the planning forecast. Tomorrow it's going to be clouds and 49. Tuesday night into Wednesday, the chance of showers, 46. And then we start warming into the mid-50s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the mid-50s with rain showers expected there. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Chewelah Casino.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Cash prizes are alive at Spokane Tribe Casino. Don't miss your chance to steal a share of the $60,000 in Frankenstein fortunes. Join us every Saturday this October, where lucky guests will win scary cash prizes. Any unclaimed prizes will be added to the next week's drawing for a minimum top prize of $5,000. Come claim your share of Frankenstein's fortunes this October only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
You hear stories every single day of people being mugged or shot.
I've been accosted by homeless people and drug addicts.
It is absolutely not safe.
We're lifelong Democrats.
I have voted for Patty Murray many times.
At least 5 times.
But I just can't do it this time.
We're voting for Tiffany Smiley.
Vote Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley is the right person for the job.
She gives me hope.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
The nonstop sirens. This is why you don't vote for Patty Murray. It never used to be like this.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
A lot of politicians like to talk big, but where's the action? Al French is a leader we can trust, and Al's results speak for themselves. Al has won funding for our roads to keep goods moving. As costs skyrocket, Al has pledged no county property tax increase. His opponent wants to give criminals a get-out-of-jail-free card, while Al dedicated more funding to the Sheriff's Department to keep families safe.
I'm Al French. I'm asking for your vote so I can keep getting results for you.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has the latest on the new polls released ahead of the midterm elections.
Destiny Richards is live at the Carl Maxey Center for a first-of-its-kind blood drive happening there.
But we're expecting rain and snow in the mountains. Let's get to Mark to find out when and where it'll fall.
Thank you for adding the mountains part there. I appreciate it. First alert weather. We have a dry sky right now. We're sitting at 39 degrees. We do see the showers starting to work their way closer to the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area. We see them to the north along 395 and Highway 2 North. They're brief showers. We're going to see these become more sustained about, 7, 8 o'clock, and 47 will be our high today. We're going to see those showers through the middle of the day. Again, that high today, 47 degrees.
And this morning, the final push is onto the November midterms. Both parties are finalizing their pitches to the American people. With control of Congress on the line, several states are seeing extremely tight races. Our ABC News partners at 538 show Republicans with an 80% chance of retaking the House. The Republican leads have numerically solidified somewhat since August, but in the Senate, it's a nail-biter. Democrats have a 55% chance of holding onto the majority there as that final sprint to the November 8th elections begins.
The race getting the most attention here in Washington is the race for U.S. Senate. Washington Senator Patty Murray and Republican challenger Tiffany Smiley presented their views on key issues to voters in the first televised debate last night at Gonzaga University. Democratic Senator Murray has held that seat since 1992 and is sparring with her Republican challenger Smiley. During the debate, the two exchanged views over defining issues from immigration to the economy to abortion. Two candidates are gearing up for a town hall this coming Sunday. That's October 30th in Seattle.
In another debate, Secretary of State candidate Steve Hobbs and Julie Anderson faced off. Hobbs is a Democrat who was appointed to fill a vacancy. He has not been elected to that seat. Opponent Julie Anderson is the Pierce County Auditor. She is running nonpartisan. Hobbs and Anderson answered questions about election security and how they would work with people across the aisle.
Find everything you need to know about this election, from registering to vote to learning more about each of your candidates. You can head to KXLY.com/forthepeople for a complete voter's guide.
In breaking news this morning, Rishi Sunak will be Great Britain's next prime minister. According to the BBC, Sunak has the public backing of 193 conservative lawmakers, more than half of parliament.
And we've been live at the Carl Maxey Center this morning talking about the first sickle cell blood drive happening in Spokane. Sickle cell disease is a very common blood disease that affects mostly people who are Black, African American, or of African descent. So there's a big call for Black donors. You can also share this event. Get the word out that it's happening from 12 to 6 p.m. today. Go to our website, KXLY.com, for information on how to register.
We are hoping to learn more today about a body found near the Spokane River. It was found at the South A Street and West Riverside Avenue area. The Spokane Police Department received a call around 4:20 yesterday afternoon. The caller helped SPD locate the body. Spokane Police says that there is no ongoing threat to the community.
A fire broke out at the Wilbur Ellis fertilizer plant about 3 miles southeast of Moses Lake. That building soon collapsed and no one was injured in the fire. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said that fire would likely continue to smolder through this morning, so a shelter-in-place order remains in place for anyone living within a mile northeast of that plant.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee and several state lawmakers announced policies aimed at protecting reproductive health in the 2023 legislative session. On Friday, Inslee vowed to amend the state constitution and guarantee a woman's right to choose here forever. Policy is also being introduced to make Washington a sanctuary state for abortions. The constitutional amendment would require a 2/3 majority in the legislature.
Washington lawmakers and the state's attorney general are teaming up to prevent crisis pregnancy centers and period tracking apps from giving away your information. Lawmakers say period tracking apps can sell sensitive information about a woman's late period or miscarriage to data brokers. If approved, the act will block apps and websites from collecting that data.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, an exclusive interview with the Ukrainian commander masterminding the country's battlefield success against Russian forces.
First snow of the season has fallen on your favorite local mountains. This is video from Mount Spokane yesterday, where that first layer of snow will be ready for skiers and snowboarders in no time. And if you're looking to upgrade some of your gear before the winter season, you can check out the Mount Spokane Ski Patrol Ski Swap. It's happening this weekend. The ski swap will include more than 22,000 new and used items. It'll be held, as always, at the Spokane County Fairgrounds and Expo Center. All right, we are back with a final check of that weather with Mark Peterson to tell us when that rain will be rolling in. Could be any minute now.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
We actually have a new service that we're providing with video banking. We're here to really help them and connect on a way that other institutions really can't.
Right now, before rates go up, get what you really want. The coolest cars, the most powerful trucks, and the hottest SUVs. Get the max for your money during the Time to Buy event. 0 down, 0 payments till next year. 0 cost max lifetime warranty, 1.9% interest. And get this, $4,000 over KBB for your trade. Plus, get a $250 gas card with purchase. Right now, the Time to Buy event. Hurry in, 7 days only. It all ends Tuesday night. Only at Max Auto Sports.
This time of year, conditions can change drastically in minutes. For weather that extreme, you need the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. Online, on the air, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
All right, good morning, everybody. Taking a look at a cloudy sky. We do have rain showers north on 395 and Highway 2 in around Deer Park and such. So that's going to start filling in. We're going to have more rain, 37 degrees heading out, 38 at 11. That high today is going to be 47 degrees. Again, a rainy morning, cloudy afternoon, clouds Tuesday and 49. More rain showers Tuesday into Wednesday at 46. And then we're warmer into the end of the week with low to mid 50s and cloudy conditions. Some showers over the weekend, but today it's a rain event, getting to work and school.
Yeah, we are full into the fall weather now. There's no going back to summer.
Not at all. All right, we will see it throughout Good Morning America. It starts right now.